Also, please in chat let me know how the audio is, um, and if you can hear me over the in-game music. We had some trouble with a stream the other night where no one could hear us talking over the in-game sound. I'm not claiming to be any good at Doom. I'm just playing, and I thought I would share it because I'm gonna try and see what streaming is like. And it'd be cool if people wanted to like hang out and chat.
My sisters and brothers be thankful.
Because like, is the lever around this bit? No, it's not this bit. It's I am not paying attention to where I'm going. Yeah, boy. Okay. I turned the the game music down. I think. Just the headset I'm wearing. That animation was a very disturbing yet satisfying bone crunch. Oh, eat it. Right. Actually, right. I'm going to pause the game for a moment because I forgot to tweet that I am live. Which is why there is no one in the chat right now, and the only reason I'm talking is in case I want to leave this up as a VOD, so that there's something at this point. So I am just going to share this around online and get people watching. Let's go to my other account. Where is this? Yeah, okay. Sorry that I'm quiet. Sorry, I was concentrating while I was typing there. Live this morning on Doomed 2016, playing the campaign. Come hang out and chat. Drop it in my Discord as well. Oh, hello. And here is a reminder for anyone who is watching that go over and check out the Fulcrum Entertainment channel, where my podcast, the podcast that I am a regular guest on, is hosted, as well as multiple amazing productions of audio comics. We've got some really fantastic ones on there. We have Spider-Man number 13, the first appearance of Mysterio. I played Mysterio in that, and it was fantastic to do. Loads of fun, and what they put together was really, really quite impressive. So that's on there. What else do we have? We also have... oh, of course, The Killing Joke came out. Yeah, my boy! Hey man, just talking about Fulcrum. And see, I am hustling. I am telling everyone about the show and what they need to do. So sorry, I am just going to try and finish sharing this around. There we go, it's in there. And let's pop it on Facebook as well, in case anyone wants to enjoy it. Okay, right. Okay, Sebastian, since you're here, I will now actually play the game.
You will be the first. You will have a seat.
And you can decide, like, ah, yes!
They created for us.
I kind of enjoy that your guy has no fear of, like, face punching a man who's about to explode. This is really some catharsis, this game. What? What is this? Oh well. I'm imagining Sebastian might actually be going to work. Sebastian's a baker, so works like insane hours. He like prepares stuff at midnight, and then like other people come in the morning and use it, or like they bake it. I don't know exactly how it works, but he's up at God knows what time. Which is why I then, in return, stay up until midnight on a Sunday night to hang out and chat with him. Also because it's an absolute delight to do that. This is one of the things that I want to tell people about the Fulcrum Entertainment channel and the podcast, is that it is a lot of fun, and we give a lot of opportunities for the audience to join in. Like, especially with the quiz questions that we do. If you want to play along to the quiz questions at the end of the episode, which are always a highlight, they're my favourite bits to do and my favourite bit to listen to. If you want to play along with those, just drop them in the comments, because we'll read them out the next episode. If we don't see them live on stream, we'll read them out later on, because we love this stuff. Like, we want people to share, like, us having fun. And we're going to be looking at more streaming opportunities as well, because Gilbert and Sebastian have been amazing at streaming, and have been doing some really good stuff and some Star Wars content, and I have been terrible and I have not got online at all yet. I am also just dying. Why am I dying so bad? What? Oh, is that my... What? What the fuck? Okay. I like these guys because they are the imps, and I am a Lincolnshire kid, and in Lincolnshire we have a myth of the Lincoln imp, which is basically literally like a tiny imp went and started causing shit in Lincoln Cathedral, started just like kicking off, you know, like throwing chairs and stuff, and I think it was the bishop turned it to stone, like through the power of God or whatever. So now it is stuck in Lincoln, and it's on top of like a little pillar. And it's one of those things where, like, you know, it was probably actually a carving that shouldn't have been made, but was like a cheeky thing that some stonemason did. But like, people noticed it. They thought it was sort of hidden, but enough people noticed it that they developed a little story around it. And the other part of the story is that the other imp, because there was two, the one that didn't get turned to stone is waiting outside, like for eternity, waiting for his mate to come out. Which I feel like someone could have just told him, like, dude, he's a statue now and he will never leave. But apparently not. And they used that excuse of him being outside, waiting for his mate, to explain the noise of the wind.
going past, which isn't probably because of, you know, like a minor denizen of hell running around the building. I think it's much more to do with the fact that, like, it's the north of England and you're on a big hill. That's probably why it's windy. Sorry, these are fun things to talk about whilst committing murder. But, you know, it's demon murder, so we're all good. But anyway, all of that was a stupid way to explain why I like the imps. I also really like Impidimp, the Dark Fairy Pokemon from Sword and Shield. I actually kind of like find the first evolution, I think, more fun than the later ones. Like, Grimmsnarl's kind of cool, especially since like the whole lore of him is that he's like a giant black devil imp thing. But his muscles aren't even muscles, they're his hair. His hair got so like heavy metal and long that it became like part of his body and made him stronger. Which is the most goth thing, perhaps, I've ever heard. And I think that is quite fun, but I actually just don't like the design that much. And his moveset's not amazing. It's just sort of... Oh, crap. It's fine. Oh, no, I walked into something, didn't I? Yeah, no, like his moveset is basically just a bunch of offensive dark attacks, and like they're all kind of the same as each other. The differences between them doesn't add enough to the game for me, so I just don't bother playing with them. Which is sad, because again, I really like the design. Whereas like Obstagoon, which is a design I absolutely love, for that, I've kept him with like some of the weirder moves because it just means I've got like a really nice variation. So like Obstagoon's still got Pin Missile, and Lip, which you know is like a really rubbish ghost move, but at least it's just a ghost move, as well as having a bunch of dark. One is it's like Headbutt or something. Because I'm not a very good Pokemon player, like I don't know good strats, but I really enjoy just spreading them out and having like a varied team, so like a team of 6 that can handle like most scenarios. I kind of like setting up a team where, and using HMs and TMs to give Pokemon that wouldn't necessarily have a grass move, so that then, you know, you can unexpectedly take down a Pokemon that you thought you would have had a type disadvantage against. Oh, I don't know why I'm thinking about Pokemon, considering that I'm playing Doom. All because of trying to talk about Doom and trying to talk about imps. That was how. Well, I have nothing. Oh no, I do have some. Right, come here. Nice.
Access denied. Yellow security limits required.
Right. I can't get in there either. So I've just got to do what I did before, but just better. And not walk into the train. That's fine. I can do that. I can do that. Right. Okay. Right. That's fuel for the chainsaw, which presumably I don't need. Oh, here. I've got that. Okay. This goes down here. What? Sorry, Tim's like really persistent. The sound of all these guys just moaning like cats waiting to be fed. I had a cat that did that, was really vocal. We also we also were taking care of a cat for a little while for a friend while she was moving. And the cat's lovely, we love her, but she has like the harshest meow I've ever heard, and it sounds a little bit like one of the monsters on here, just it's but she's very sweet. She's actually a very cute cat. She's called Molly. And what do we have here? Giant glowing orbs. My favourite, how did you know? Right. Take care of that. Come on, lads, let's do this. Oh my god. There we go. There we are. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, my friends. Did he grab him by the tongue? And then use his tongue to pull his face into his fist? Oh! Okay, I really enjoyed that. I'm not sure I've seen that one before. I don't know if that was the animation clipped to the wall, but it looked like he crushed his head between the wall and his knee. You dirty rat. Okay. What are my challenges? Oh, find 3 secrets. Right, okay. Okay, cool. Right. So. Oh, that was quite fun. Oh man. If I'd waited, I could have got a much better kill there, but oh well. Oh well. It's not the worst thing in the world. And, you know, these deaths are satisfying. So I've always enjoyed them.
Lockdown disengaged.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Right, okay. So now, time to chill and explore a bit more. I need to keep an eye out for... I don't think it's in here. There's one of the levers to open up one of the classic Doom maps. Hidden in an area a bit like this. I remember that. So I need to keep an eye out for where that is. Because I wouldn't like to miss those maps. I'd prefer to get as many secrets in one run as I can, especially since it's one of my challenges for this level. Right. Oh yeah. I quite like these, after Bioshock, like, the ghost things aren't very original anymore, because Bioshock did it, and then you had, Singularity that was doing it, and so many games just then had these sort of, you know, ghosts of the past, and these sort of essentially are the same as, like, getting audio logs, in other games. I don't know. I thought it might have been a bit old hack, but essentially, because Doom is so fun and like is original in the way that it's old hat, if that makes sense. It's certainly what I find about it. So, you know, it harkens back to an older time of gaming, and by doing that, actually feels really fresh compared to the current standard of games. I'm pretty sure the Starlight is dead. Just quiet, sir. Get back down. Right. Housekeeping. That was, again, with the music a little bit down, you can really hear the crunch on these. they're kind of satisfying. They're kind of horrific. I don't know. They make me kind of hungry. Like, you know, they just kind of make me think of like really nice crunchy chips. Okay, cool. So I can get in here now. Okay, we're continuing the story of this guy. I mean, for a zombie, he went really far. Right, okay. So he went in there, sure. I mean, I knew I had to get in there anyway because it's the next colour of keycard. Right, don't pretend that you have a more advanced plot than that, dude.
As a valued employee, your loyalty is more than just a commitment to the UAC.
Is that Phil Lamar? That voice actor?
Thank you for your service.
I'm not sure it could be. I don't think it is, but it's a kind of Phil Lamar style voice. Might be a bit of Static Shock. Back when Phil Lamar did the voice for Static Shock. Which is a cartoon I didn't see anywhere near enough of. It was on a weird channel that I didn't always have, I think. Like, not Cartoon Extra. Cartoon Extra? Maybe. It was what Samurai Jack was on, and they put Batman Beyond on that. That like slightly more adult Cartoon Network, where they had sort of things that weren't quite anime, and sometimes the occasional actual anime. Is there a button? Oh, is the button for this through there?
Welcome to the UAC's Mars installation, located in the vast Hellas Plain impact basin.
Right.
This
Okay.
high-tech mining and research facility.
Yep. Yep.
Each and every day.
Dude, just shut up. No one needs to hear you cycle through that yet again. I love that. I love the change in pressure. Although I was watching one of those like scientist debunks things, and he was talking about The Martian. I think was it Chris Hadfield? It might have been the Chris Hadfield talking about space movies. And he was talking about the beginning of The Martian, which is that huge storm, which is what the event that causes Matt Damon to be stranded on Mars. And he just made the point of like, the atmosphere's really thin on Mars, so winds going at a really high speed in Mars would feel like a light breeze to us. Which is a crazy thought. And Doom does not follow that at all. Doom is full of like really powerful, strong winds and storms, dust clouds everywhere. And from what I've seen, I don't believe that there's some sort of like, you know, atmospheric change around this sci-fi factory. I suppose there potentially could be, but I'm not sure that would then cause a storm like that. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't set up like a, you know, a sci-fi hyperbaric chamber so that everyone's safe and then go, ooh, let's give it funky weather. It's difficult, I'm finding, to talk about the killing while I'm doing it. Like, if I try and focus on the killing, I just end up not talking, because I'm thinking about it. Shit, buddy, what have you done? Honestly, where's my shotgun? There we go. That feels much better. Because let's face it, that wasn't doing it for me. Where are you? Come back here. Come back. Oh, hey. There we go. Now, I know there's a pretty cool little bit of exploration up here, but I will try and murder everyone before I go exploring. Oh, and I did not find that lever, so I'll have to go back and look for that. Right, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's kill you. Buddy, come back here. Right, let's get out of this joint. No, Right. Okay. Okay, energetic music has stopped, so I believe that means there are no more enemies. And I need to go and do some climbing. Aha. Come up here. Oh, wrong way. Come up here and run up here. In a piece of exploration that I really like. This is really satisfying. Because it actually does... It is quite well hidden. Which most games like this don't do very well. Most games like this are really obvious. This is much more... I always refer to everything as Dark Souls, but this reminds me of the exploration in Dark Souls. Have I missed that bit? Which is why I can't ever remember exactly where anything is. I'm always like half guessing. Do I have to go into a hatch or come out a hatch? I think I might do. Ah, yes, this looks about right. Just go over here. Before I go down there, just to double check. There you are. I absolutely adore that little version of the Doom theme. I think it is wonderful. I really love the bit crunch on that. Right, now here we go. Use a dead man's hand to sign in. Which happens a lot in video games.
I'm blocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
Odd. I don't know what I feel about the robot character. I think it's good. I think I like the idea of him being like this weird consciousness in inside a robot, and I like having a robot with that different voice. It's definitely something I've never heard before. But I don't know how much I like it in execution, or whether I actually only do like it in theory. Go away. Get out of here. Get out of here. What we're gonna do is the map. Okay, I've got like chunks of unexplored areas. Wow. Oh. Alright. Okay then. We've reached about half an hour. There's no one watching anymore. I think it's time to call this experiment to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.